Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Britt, creator of the StyleShaker, your guide to green and clean beauty. I am back with another best of. Today I am featuring mascaras. So these are the best mascaras right now, StyleShaker approved, that I wanted to share with you, and they're good for different reasons. So I'm gonna run through the 5 picks that I have in front of me right now. I've tried way more than 5, and these are the ones that I think stand out the most for specific reasons. If you want to learn more about mascaras and figure out whether you need to try a new one or just figure out which one to start with as you transition from toxic to non-toxic beauty, then stick around and let's get it. Heads up, if you're going from toxic to non-toxic and have no clue where to start, check out my free green beauty guide back on the website. It's the one pager I wish I had when I first started out. In the meantime, don't forget to like this video and make sure you subscribe so you never miss another one. First things first, sometimes I use a lash primer, sometimes I do not. Some of these are better with one, some of them I find can be perfectly fine on their own. One less step, yay. But if I do use a lash primer, I use the Jane Iredale Pure Lash Lash Extender and Conditioner. I haven't found a better one yet. There aren't that many on the market. Still, it does a good job and I wanted you to know about it. So for the beginning of this video, I'm gonna go into the most natural looking mascaras that I've tried, the ones that look lighter weight but still have some kind of oomph to them. Starting with the Hint Mascara. This is a really great mascara. It is a thicker wand like this, thicker bristles, and it's not one of those plastic ones that has like the little nubs. I prefer these usually. Sometimes the other ones surprise me. This also has an angle to the brush, so for some reason it's just easier to get in and out of different places. I love this mascara because what it does is feathers the lashes. That's the best way I can put it. It doesn't apply too much product, so it's not wham bam, and it fans them out. It doesn't multiply per se, but it gives a nice sort of fanning out, a little bit of lengthening, and it just does a great job. It doesn't flake throughout the day. It's a nice, easy, lightweight formula for me, and I've really enjoyed it. I started using it sparingly. I don't know why, but then I was like reaching for it and reaching for it. I would recommend this to a friend and I would purchase this again any day. The next pick on hand here is one that I have repurchased, which is really kind of the best compliment ever. You know, would I recommend it to a friend? Would I repurchase? If I can say yes to both of those, then it's probably gonna make this list. This is the Honest Beauty mascara. It has a mascara on one end. That's the smaller, kind of more nubby, rubbery brush. And then it has a primer on the other end. This is a multitasking product, 2-in-1, very friendly on the budget. It might be the most budget-friendly pick in the bunch. And I just find that this does magical things to my lashes. So this for me is more of a lengthening mascara. I wouldn't say it is the most multiplying of mascaras. It really lengthens and it defines very well, and it's worked well for me. I've heard mixed reviews here. Some people say it clumps a lot and they can't get rid of it. I've never had that problem, so I don't know if it's just a bad batch. I don't know what the deal is, but I've been loving this and have repurchased it several times thus far. This is the great travel option as well. You have your primer with you if you need a little bit more volume on those lashes. Next, I'm going into the Big Bold Lash Mascara. So this is from Annika. It is their Bold Lash Mascara. I mean, like, hello. It is killer. This is the brush on it. It's a little bit wider, but it's also pretty thinned out for these brushes that have more bristles. It applies lots of product on the lash. I don't need a primer. I'm wearing it right now, actually. And I would say that this both lengthens and multiplies the lashes. This is fantastic. I've honestly been using this more than anything, and this almost bumped out one of the other contenders that you're gonna see in a couple of seconds, but it didn't. It's still really, really great though, and this is one of my favorites. So if you're looking for something that's just high drama every day and you're okay with kind of going over the lashes a few times, because it does deposit a lot of product, so it takes a little minute, kind of gotta like get in there and make sure, you know, zhuzhed right. You don't want any of the clumps. Not high clumpy, but because there's more formula that deposits on the lashes, I have found that I need to tinker a little bit more with it. It is worth it, and the payoff is fantastic here, so I love this guy. And again, like, you really just don't need a primer, I find there. I should also say, this This comes in a curl formula. Have not tried it yet, but I really want to. Some people were talking about how their lashes just stay flat or stick straight, and I think that if that's the case for you, then you might want to check out the curl formula. It could be really good. And then I have also a bold option. This is the Lily Lolo mascara. It's a cult favorite. The first one was like a cult favorite because I think it was one of the best clean mascaras out there at the time. Things have expanded so rapidly that there are a ton of contenders, as you can see at this point. Their first mascara I did not like. The second mascara formula, loved. This is bold. I like to use this with a primer. It has an hourglass shape on the brush, larger bristles, thicker bristles, although they are separated a bit more, and it does a great job. You have to watch out for a little bit of clumping. I find that this goes a little bit quicker, like doesn't last as long for me as the other mascaras, but it's still a very solid option, and people are obsessed with this for a reason. It really does a great job. I would say compared to the Annika, both deposit a lot of product. I'd say this might beat it a little bit in multiplying, but it's so close. So, I mean, they're worth trying out. They're both really great. And then the last one I have on here, which just hung on. So I'm doing these probably every other month or so as I review more and more, and I'm rating my current best ofs with the previous best ofs. This is the FitGo Vegan Good Lash. I have been obsessed with this for so long. It's an acorn shape and it applies really well. It is a different type of formula. It applies, and you see it when you take it off, like little fibers apply to the eye. Nothing I have found yet magnifies or actually multiplies the lashes. So it looks like I had, you know, a good lash line, and then it's like, it blows it up. It is not the best in lengthening, but it does thicken really well, but you gotta play with it a little bit. I find that it does clump up, so you gotta like kind of get in there. The acorn brush really helps you get into the corners, elongate. It's just made out of smaller fibers, so it doesn't glide on in a sense. You have to really build it up and play with it. It's just a different way of applying the mascara. You get an amazing fanned out kind of like multiplied lash effect. It is a little bit more expensive though, so keep that in mind as you look at these 5 top contenders. That's it. I could go on and on and on, but like it gets to the point with mascara where honestly you can't really tell the difference between one another. Some of these mascaras were so similar to one another, so I kept trying them for a few weeks. All of them I've tried for at least a couple of months. And the ones that I kept reaching to, and certainly the ones that I knew I was going to repurchase, were the winners of the bunch. That was sort of the thing that got them over the line to make it into this best of video. So there you have it. Hopefully that gives you a sense of what's out there. If you are new to green beauty and looking to get a good mascara, honestly, like a year and a half ago, everybody said there was no such thing, and I call BS because I think there's really good mascaras out there, and I've used totally conventional products before, and I do not miss them. I really, really don't. I really, really don't. I have found great mascaras in the green and clean beauty space. If you're using one and you're like, maybe I want to try a new one out, maybe this is inspiration for that. That's all I have for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all right back here real soon for another best of. Until then, bye.